What's up, guys? It's your girl, Alexandria Ikamoni, iHeartRadio 105.3 The Beat, in the studio with Mad Gal Kris. Let me not get it wrong because I got to put the twang into it. Yes. So how do you say, is it Mad Gal? Is it Mad Gal Kris?
It's Mad Gal Kris.
Whoop! You say it a lot better than I do. But how are you doing today?
I'm doing great, and you?
I'm doing well, thank you. Happy to have you in the studio.
Thank you so much.
You look good, girl.
Thank you. You look better.
Oh, no, girl. Listen, we're here to talk about a lot of things with your music, and I'm super excited. So first, let's get into it. I mean, a lot of people know you as Kris Summers. They know you as the influencer, the model. So tell me why you wanted to really get into the rap scene.
Well, I've been really tapped in with the music ever since I was a younger girl. I just been really scared to jump off the porch and actually like take it in that direction. And then when I first started coming up off of Instagram, I started coming up off of being a pretty girl. Like, that takes really good content and stuff like that. So that was taking me pretty far in the influential world. But I need to tap in with my real talent, and my talent is to rap.
And when did you decide, like, what was that moment or like that situation where it's like, it's time to start putting out some hits? What do you think?
Well, I think when I actually decided to rap, it was a little bit after Cardi B came out with Boac Yellow.
Yes.
I'm like, look, if she can do it, I know I can do it. Like, she first started with TV and then she became a rapper. So it's like, I know if I first started as being an influencer, I can become a rapper as well.
Yes.
But she kind of helped with the whole confidence level thing.
Oh, for sure. So she really, influenced and inspired a lot of people to make music in all different kinds of ways, whatever speaks to you. So how would you describe the music that you particularly make? What is your vibe?
My vibe is rap, but in certain situations, it has that little pop in it as well. It's not like a hardcore rap, but it's a sexy rap. It's a pretty girl rap.
Oh, yes.
And you got your pop in it too.
That's a lot of fun. We love the pretty girl music.
Yeah.
It's our time to shine. So I think that's amazing. So quick question. Do you write a lot of your songs? Do you have help? Like, how does that process work out for you?
Well, as far as right now, I'm writing my songs.
I love it. So what would you say is like the most personal lyric, bar, whatever the case may be, that like really hits home for you in any of your songs?
Well, right now I'm currently dropping the Project Bitch song. And a lot of the bars in that song relate to me because it's like not actually being from the projects and being a girl that's actually been out to get it on her own, make her own bag. And you know how the standards is. It's like women are being taken care of by men. And so within the song, it's like, I'm not a project bitch, but I be tricking. I'm a bandit, so I'm different. Yeah, I'm a trick on my nigga. If we having a good time, I'm gonna buy him a couple of things.
Okay.
And I'm not ashamed of that. Like, I don't think a man should fully just be the only one doing everything in a relationship. So that bar stood out for me because that's who I really am. Like, if you do good to me, I'm gonna do good for you. So yeah.
Yeah. So tell me more about that. I mean, is there a certain person who inspired that song, that vibe, and those lyrics from you, or like, where did that come from?
It's not really a certain person, but if it was, it'll probably be my boyfriend that I was together. We've been on and off for the past couple of years, but he do good to me. I do good for him. We go crazy on each other's birthdays. So I'm not a project girl. One, I can't take it there with you, but I'm also there to, whatever you want to call it, be a trick too, because I got the money and I got the funds.
So let's talk about that, your upbringing, like how you mentioned you're not really from the projects per se, but you came up in a really good household as far as when your parents were together, middle class is what you said in a previous interview, to your mom, a single mom, and things changed, and then you have, of course, your stepfather. So what, like, from that whole experience, what have you taken away from that in order to apply to your own relationships?
I think from growing up to applying it to my relationships, I would say to still just be humble, no matter where you come from, how you got it out the mud or whatever, because I did come from a middle class family, but my mom had a lot of help with my grandma and them, which they lived in the hood. So I was over there, the weekends, and I was at home during the weekdays. So just to still be humble no matter where you come from.
Yeah.
And people just get it out the mud differently, and that's all I can really say about it.
That's facts, and that's completely real. Okay, so when does Project Chick come out? When can we expect it? Because it sounds like it's what we need right now to make sure our men know we about it.
So Project Chick is supposed to be dropping next weekend. And yeah, I think my homegirls, they need it. Y'all need something to shake to, feel pretty to relate to. Because it's just like, not that a lot of girls trick or whatever. They expect men to do it all the time. But it's okay not to be from the projects, and it's okay to be from the projects, but it's okay to trick too.
So in your definition, what is trick for the people who don't know?
Tricking is just like, is buying your man things, going over the top for your man, making sure he's happy. Like, if he buys you a $20,000 bag or something, shoot, when his birthday come around, you buy him some $20,000, whatever it is. But that's tricking to me. Like, if you trick on me, I'm trick on you.
I love it. So what would you say is like the most expensive thing you got from a man and then return the favor? If you want to talk about it.
No, it's fine. I got a lot of expensive things. I just don't even know where to start.
That's a good life.
That's what I'm just sitting here like, jewelry,
okay.
bags, money towards my house.
Yes.
A lot of things. It's been a lot. It's been a long way coming.
We love
but
to see it.
I remember mine because they stand out because it's me. Well, my ex-boyfriend, the other day, I just gave him $20,000 for his birthday. That's a lot.
Yeah.
But, you know, he's been here with me since day one, before I was even an influencer or rapper or anything. Jewelry, necklaces, whatever it is, it just doesn't matter to me. Like, whatever makes them happy.
Right. And they do love the jewelry. You got to spoil your man, right? It makes sense. Okay, so we got the single coming next weekend, but are we working on a full album, an EP? Like, what can we expect from you?
Well, currently we're just working on dropping single songs right now, and we are going to be working on the EP.
Okay. When do you think that could possibly come out?
Maybe the start of the new year.
That's gonna be a lot of fun. So do you happen to know like what kind of vibe you want for that project as your first one? I mean, you're setting the tone with the singles you have now, but what would you like to really put out there as a major body of work?
Pretty girl music.
That's it.
Like, just pretty girl music. Girls that everybody can relate to. If you know you cute, you know you bad, you can relate to it. If you get to the money, if you independent, shit, if you being taken care of by a man, whatever it is, like, it's all gonna be there.
I love it.
So pretty girl music.
And that's what we need. We love pretty girl music. We can't say that enough over here. So with that project or with any other singles you have coming up, any features that we want to really talk about and discuss?
Well, not as of right now. I don't really want to discuss them, but there are things on the way.
Okay. Okay. Who would you like to work with in the future that you're not already working with right now?
I want to work with like the big girls, and when I say big girls, I mean like I would say like Cardi and Nicki. I would love to work with them one day. So those are major goals that eventually one day I will accomplish.
Oh yes, absolutely. Would you say those two are your biggest inspirations, or who really inspires you in this music business?
They have growing up. See, when I grew up, I listened to Lil' Kim, I listened to Trina, I listened to Nicki.
Oh geez.
And as of today, as of right now, the women that I do feel like are inspiring me is probably Cardi and Nicki. So
making a lot of good music. We gotta love what they have to offer. Especially, I'm a big Glorilla fan as well. So Cardi's verse on Glorilla,
okay, kills it, right?
It goes hard. So we love that.
Ate it up.
So I know we're talking about the EP could come out sometime early next year, but what else can we expect from you in 2023? It's right around the corner, and I'm sure you have some big plans, big goals, even if it's with influencing. What's coming up from you?
Well, albums, shows. Possibly tours, hostings, bigger bags.
Yep.
More money to come. all of that.
Oh my goodness. A lot of plans and a lot of things you really could accomplish in 1 year.
Yeah, it is. But you know, the year runs by really fast.
Girl, how is it already almost November at this point?
Yeah, the year is almost over.
We need a better 2023 because these past 2-3 years.
It's been a little rocky, but you know what? It's been rocky, but it's had so many great opportunities come along the way.
Mm-hmm.
Because of COVID, a lot of people were able to lock in. A lot of people were able to make more money. Mm-hmm. And a lot of people were able to connect. Because now it's like, okay, what do we do? We're sitting in the house. What can we do? Mm-hmm. We can build, we can connect, we can make more money. So I'm grateful for that.
Yeah. So how did you really benefit from being in lockdown, from things slowing down for the past couple of years?
Being locked down, it changed me a lot. I was able to lock in. So being able to lock in, I'm able to get a lot of things done and take things more serious. And as far as rap, be able to take that more serious as well.
That's amazing. And a lot of people are able to really just produce, be able to really explore and be creative. Even Beyonce's Renaissance, that came out of COVID. And she was really able to really just try new things, really focus and get what she wanted out there. So a lot of good things come from COVID. We had some bad, don't get me wrong.
We did.
But we have a lot of good things coming out of there. And speaking of good things, so we know you are continuing to just rise and really just take over. What would be that like great I made it moment for you to where you can be like, yeah, I'm about it. I'm here. I made my mark in this industry. What would that moment look like for you?
I will say a couple of things, though.
Oh, yes.
Being on the Grammys, being nominated, Best Song of the Year, that's an accomplishment.
Yeah.
Having a viral song that everybody like messes with, like that's an accomplishment. Like I'm actually making it. So when I get there, then I'm gonna be like, okay, I made it.
Period.
But right now we're just hustling.
And you have to hustle to get to those moments, right?
Definitely.
And I love you brought up the Grammys because I really wanted to talk to you about it since you are a female rapper. This whole situation with Nicki and Lotto, like, have you looked at it? Have you seen anything about what's been going on?
I have looked at it.
Okay, let's first break it down from your perspective as a female artist. Do you think that Super Freaky Girl being moved to pop was a good or bad move? Like, what are your thoughts knowing the song?
I think it was a bad move. Because in a lot of parts in the song, she was rapping.
Yeah.
So that shouldn't be in a pop category. And I felt like they did that so then she wouldn't have the opportunity to win that award. So I think it was a bad thing.
Why do you think they moved hers?
So I understand her anger and her frustration behind it.
Why do you think they moved hers but not Lotto's Big Energy? Honestly, they have similar vibes with the type of beats, but you're still rapping on it. Why do you think that happened? Or do you think, it should stay where it is?
I don't think it was nothing in particular for them to do Lotto, and I don't know if they have something against Nicki, but it's not, let me tarnish Nicki and leave Lotto. Like, I think Lotto has absolutely nothing to do with it. And if she's over there, let her be over there. Let's just fight for your space, your spot back. So I think that's more so should be, the argument of my song should be in this category rather than, Lotto even being involved, period.
And now Lotto, she's like, now why am I in this mess? And now they're going back and forth on social media. I mean, how do you feel just when you saw that whole news breaking out and everything coming about on Twitter? Because it was a lot going on so fast. What was going through your mind at that point? And how could you relate to either side?
I felt like it was a lot. It was a lot. It was a lot.
It was a lot.
It was such a lot, and I wanted it to stop so bad. I was like, please just stop, because it just kept getting worse and worse and worse. I think Nicki has been in the game for a long time, so she knows what to say and she knows how to use her words. And Lotto is just like, a youngin'. She's a rookie. Compared to Nicki, she's a child. So I just felt like it just should not have even been taken that far. And Lotto's new to this, so she doesn't really even know how to react to certain situations. And I was like, shit, if I was in Lotto's shoes, I would have probably reacted the same way. But I know she's probably hurt behind it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because this is your idol and you're arguing with your idol or whatever. But I can see Nicki's frustration and I can see Lotto's as well. So it's not like a side to pick from. It's just like, it's horrible that it even happened.
Yeah. And moral to the story, when you get your Grammy nomination, don't put Kris into it, right?
Yeah, just don't drag me in it. Just leave me out of it. Now, yeah, we'll fight for your spot back, but just don't throw me under the bus.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we don't want to do that. We can't tear each other down, especially in this industry, because we have a small group of female rappers that are really just dominating and continuing to grow. I feel like we have to support each other. Like, what are your thoughts on that? I say we like I'm a rapper. I'm not a rapper.
I really do think that everybody needs to support each other, especially being that it's so many upcoming artists and then it's so many OGs that we can learn from. Like, I just feel like the music game can be a lot more and a lot better than what it is if so many rappers weren't beefing. Everybody want to step on each other's toes or go toe for toe with each other, and I just don't feel like that's how it should be.
Yeah.
Like, I love Cardi and I love Nicki, but if they ever collab, their collaboration would go crazy.
What?
That would be like the #1 song, like, out. So it's just like unfortunate that, you know, people get into it, but it's just how it goes.
Yeah. And it's unfortunate, but maybe I'm wishing for that collab. Not gonna lie, maybe we can get it.
Yeah, years down the line, it'll probably come, but it's gonna take a couple years.
It's gonna take some time for everything to settle down, for sure. Okay, so any last words you want to give to the people about really trying to make it in this industry, really taking over, or even the rap industry in general? What are your thoughts on everything?
If it's anything when it comes to advice, I would just say don't give up, keep going, and yeah, just keep going, because eventually somebody will notice you.
Yep, and that's true. You can never stop. 100 no's to get to that one yes makes it all worth it.
Definitely. And even if you do get a couple of no's, you know, don't be discouraged. Just like with Lotto in the messages. She was like, you like this song? She was like, no. You like this one? No. Okay, I still love you.
Yes.
Like, that's the type of energy you really need to have still. Whether they tell you no, okay, cool, I'm going to try again. And just keep going.
Absolutely. And we know you have a big following already, 1 million+ followers on Instagram alone, but how can people follow you? How can people make sure they're keeping up with the journey, when the music drops, all that stuff?
Okay, so on Instagram, you can follow me at It's Mad Gal Kris. On Twitter, it's the same exact thing, and that's it.
Mad Gal Kris.
Mad Gal Kris.
I'm going to get it. I love it, girl. Thank you so much for coming into the studio. Once again, Alexandria Ikamoni, 105.3 The Beat on iHeartRadio.
Well, that was